Hey, everybody. It's the minister here, also known as One Human, One Life. I hope all of you enjoy what I'm about to say, or at least get what I'm about to say. I'll tag those or put their channel up there so they do get this. Hopefully they listen to it. It's hard to tell. I don't know. They're greater than I am. I'm just a nobody, I guess. But I am part of the congregation of Lady Babylon 666, Hail Satan. So I learn a lot from Amon Hillman and his daughter, Judy. They not only teach me a great deal of important things, but they entertain the heck out of me, too. Hats off to Chewy, what she's been doing lately, honestly. I also watch LH and Madalena. Sometimes very little, though, Gnostic Informant, which I got to be honest, before I started getting into and I did watch Gnostic Informant, but this whole fallout really, I had to pick one side or the other because of the arguments that was going on. And forgive me if I put my hand over my mouth. I hope you heard that. Yeah, the argument between these two, it bugged me. It really did. But I picked a side, and I picked Amon because honestly, I thought his learning is more in depth, and also he didn't earn any money, and that is huge with me. Okay, that's me though. I am a student, and that's how I see this. We call it the congregation, but actually it's a university course to me. And I learn a lot. Now I'm a little slow. Maybe you can tell already. I don't, but I'm a little slow and I learn a little slow. So I don't usually, get on the same track, or sometimes I'm a little behind because, I'm a huge procrastinator on things, but nevertheless, I pretty much watch this stuff, and I hate to use the word religious, especially and I try to watch as much as I like. Seaman all over. I don't know what happened to him lately, but he is a pretty important man, so sure he's pretty busy. But this argument going on between Gnostic and LH and Madalena, it seemed that the way Gnostic treated Madalena triggered the rest of the congregation, or at least some of us in the congregation. Not myself. Okay, I thought it was rude, but Madalena handled it perfectly. She did. She told him what she wanted and what she was looking for, and it was a talk about what's written down, what's in the works. So I think maybe, and I could be wrong, that LH is coming up like that night. A friend that is protecting his other friend's honor because he knows that what she is saying is truthful. But the video the other night, LH, I had a hard time understanding what Gnostic was trying to argue about. There was a couple of times you let him in to speak, especially when he had to say, yeah, he misrepresented this certain thing. Okay, and I giggle because I hope he grown from it a little bit. I really do. I do understand that he does make money off his YouTube channel, and that can really skew your whole argument. We become biased, it seems, when money's involved. Again, why I really dig Amon and him not wanting any money from anybody. Not only that, then he can pretty much say what he wants, because some of this involves some pretty in-depth adult situations. Now, the argument on the Neoniscos, I was really confused because last night I watched a little bit of Gnostics live, and they were talking about the mistake that Amen and his followers or congregation, such as myself, read the lexicon and understand the definition of the word and how it is used in a sentence. This is basic stuff, correct, guys? Anybody that has gone through high school. I mean, you don't need to. I know smart ass people that have not even finished ninth grade, but are better than me at reading and writing and understanding words. I mean, I told you I'm a little slow, guys. Okay, I'm a little slow. Hopefully that didn't muffle. Again, I said I was slow. All right, we've got that. Now this is something. Well, first of all, Madalena told me to go ahead and look up Soma, a library, and which is also Lady Babylon's. And I haven't created an account and signed in. I'm sure it's just a word search, and I can't wait to actually use it. I'm really looking forward to it. So I asked AI, how do you do this? And I think where we need to go on this is we need to look to uh, like Merriam-Webster. Okay, they're pretty much the set standard on how to when it comes to finding out and defining a word and how it is to be used. Here's their first thing they put up here. Okay, this is this is so basic, guys, and I'm sorry. Find the head word. Locate the exact bolded word and make sure the spelling and form match your target. Check the top part of speech. See if the word acts as a noun, verb, or adjective in your sentence. A word like run changes meaning completely depending on this. Read all numbered definitions. Lexicons like Merriam-Webster usually list meanings in order from oldest to newest and most common to least common. Somewhere in the middle, would be just common. Makes sense, huh? Okay, so it'd be a common use of a word if it's in the middle. Match the context. Pick the definition that matches the topic of your reading. Read usage labels, lexicons. Put all labels in italics, like slang, formal, or archaic. These will tell you when or where it is safe to use the word. Review example sentences. Look at the real world examples provided by the lexicon to see how the word fits into a sentence. What does that mean? That Mark 14, 51, and 52 were using neoniskos as a servant. It's proper. It's right there. It was right in the middle, if I remember correctly, meaning that was a very common usage of it. That was their point of putting that mark 14, 51, and 52 in. Okay, maybe this doesn't settle an argument. Maybe I just made it worse. I don't know. But it's hard to learn from you guys when you keep going at it like this. I really wish that you guys were able to put your egos aside sometimes, except for Amen. No, that don't work for him, and it won't work for me. He's got to have that. All right, but your other two, that other three, that and especially Nate, dude, come on, bro. You ain't locked up anymore. You don't have to yell to get your point across, brother. Okay, man. Honestly, just from brother to brother, I got you. I understand where you're coming from, and it's hard when you want to be heard, because you believe you're right. Yeah, and I understand why you did that live video, dude. It's your choice because you believe in what you're saying, but there is an exact form to go by, and I just said it to you. Now, hopefully, if you guys have anything else to do with each other, which I hope you do, because I believe we can learn from everything when it comes to conflict. Because conflict, a little bit of trauma can make things grow into something more greater, more beautiful. And I hope you take that as something that I'm saying. Listen, please continue to do what you're doing, guys. Okay, don't stop. I don't want you to stop, but I don't want you to continue to argue about it anymore either. Well, I really thank you. I hope you guys take what I'm saying into heart, and into your mind. You know, we need to learn what's right, what's wrong, and what the truth is, because I believe this is the truth that's going to set you free. Peace out, everybody. This is the minister. I love you. Pay attention to my website, wmstickelom.com. Also, my YouTube page here. I don't post a lot. I don't have a lot of followers. Maybe I get a couple more on this. I don't know. But I really like sharing something outside of the argument, since I'm sometimes slow about the argument. I do notice things. I do have a history of public speaking in front of crowds, so news cameras and things like that. So I'm not afraid to let you guys know my piece as a patron, someone who pays attention to you guys on a regular basis. All right. Thank you guys. You have a great day. Peace out.